Greetings, my fellow freedom lovers and sovereign thinkers. Thank you for tuning in to LL3 Podcast. My name is Craig, transmitting from the beautiful swampy mangrove South Florida, and today's date is Saturday, December 19th, 2020. Yes, I've been hearing a little rumor, acclaimed about Ruby Freeman, who was involved with the scandal that happened in Atlanta with the braided hair. Was arrested, but I didn't get any verification from the FBI or the Department of Justice. Is she a potential suspect? Yes. Can she be investigated? Of course. So I'm not going to jump to conclusions, but you know what? Everything's to be announced, so we'll have to wait and see. And speaking, I'm not going to do anything election-related at this moment. However, this is from the Mises Institute. And it's a pretty good, interesting thing here by Philip Beggs. Came out yesterday. 25 years later, what the euro has become. As it reads, 25 years ago on December 15th, 1995, 15 heads of state and government, the then EU, decided at a council meeting in Madrid to name the future common currency, the euro, and to introduce it from January 1st, 1999, initially as a book currency at a fixed exchange rate. The actual introduction of cash took place in 2002. Denmark, Britain, Sweden, however, retained their national currencies and still do today. Poland, the Czech Republic, Hungary, which joined in 2004, also stubbornly resisted, giving the zloty, koruna, and forint for the euro from the beginning. That were two competing views on what kind of fiat currency the European Central Bank money should be. The euro was sold to a skeptical German public as a successor to the Deutschmark. The common currency was not to be used directly to finance government budgets. Many Germans feared that they would have to pay for the high debts for the southern countries. Thus, the ECB was contractually prohibited from acquiring government debt directly, although it did accept debt as collateral for bank loans from the outset. In addition, the Maastricht Treaty, signed in 1992, provided in the No Bailout Clause, Article 25 of the Treaty on the Functioning of the European Union, that Euro states were not liable for the debts of other member states. D.L. Regel, Christian Social Union, the German finance minister at the time, promised that the euro would be as strong as the mark. Today, we are a long way from a German euro, as the opposite view of the euro's role has steadily gained ground. The French, Italian, or Mediterranean view sees monetary policy as an instrument for making fiscal policy dreams come true. The central bank is subordinated to the Ministry of Finance. Sorry about that. Such divergent convictions were bound to lead to tensions and conflicts. Indeed, while a gold standard fosters international collaboration and peace, the fiat common currency has been a continuous source of conflicts. The resulting compromises have successfully made the euro more Mediterranean. From the fall from grace began in 2010 with the direct rescue of the over-indebted Greek state, when the no bailout clause was ignored. Subsequently, French President Nicolas Sarkozy pushed through the initially temporary the European Financial Stability Facility against German resistance. The ECB began, still selectively and temporarily, to buy the government bonds of euro countries on the secondary market. Today is engaged in a massive quantitative easing program, systematically and continuously purchasing government debt. Just recently, the ECB extended and expanded its bond purchase program by another 500 billion euro. Germany also initially opposed the next step, the transformation of the temporary EFSF into an unlimited euro bailout fund. The European Stabilization Mechanism. The fund can lend to euro states that are effectively unable to finance themselves on capital markets, against the stubborn resistance of the heavily indebted southern countries. Germany insisted that ESM loans be tied to reform conditions. In addition, and in return for its approval of the ESM, Germany demanded the adoption of the European Fiscal Compact, which tightens the conditions of the Stability and Growth Pact. In it, the Euro countries practically commit themselves to a structurally balanced budget. In phases of economic growth, budget surpluses are to be generated to compensate for deficit of up to a maximum 3% in phases of recession. In addition, when a state's debt level exceeds 60% of gross domestic product (GDP), it must continuously reduce the debt burden through budget surpluses. The idea of the European Fiscal Compact was to force Euro member states to get their public finances in order so that there would be no need to resort to the ESM in the first place. In other words, Germany was only willing to make its taxpayers' money available through the ESM for emergencies if the southern countries pledged to put a stop to their overspending and over-indebtedness. The naivety, of this is obvious. The ESM has become, but the rules of the European Fiscal Pact are not being respected by the southern countries. The existence of the ESM has created another bone of contention. Germany and the fiscally more disciplined countries do not want to use the ESM at all, while the southern countries are trying to tap it for their own purposes. The latest reform of the ESM should be understood in this light. This reform allows the ESM to grant precautionary credit lines that are no tie to reform conditions to economically sound states, raising the obvious question of why a healthy state would ever need a credit line from the ESM. In addition, the ESM is now allowed to be used as the ultimate backstop of the Single Resolution Fund, of the Single Resolution Mechanism, which Germany had resisted. This because German taxpayers' money could now be used to bail out foreign banks. Take the following example to illustrate the importance of being stable to tap the ESM to recapitalize insolvent banks. Let's assume that a Greek bank bought bonds issued by its own government, thereby financing the generous benefits of the Greek welfare state or expensive armaments projects. Now assume that the Greek government can no longer bear its debts, and that there is a haircut on the Greek government debt. Due to the losses incurred, the Greek bank is bankrupt and is recapitalized via the SRM as a last resort. Loans from the ESM can also be used for this purpose. If this is the case, the Eurozone taxpayers who fund the ESM indirectly pay for the Greek government debt. As a result of the ESM reform, their money can be used to restructure the southern banking sector, which has generously financed the southern states. The reform is thus another small victory for the southern countries, and with it, after 25 years, the euro is moving a little further away from the original German ideas about the euro. The euro is further Mediterraneanized. Wow. Hey, when you got big banks and all that running the world, got a problem. Part of the Club of Rome platform, folks. And of course the IMF, World Bank, all got involved, and I know I'm sneezing. Sorry about that. Something to look at. When it comes to centralization, it's dangerous for everybody. It's why I support decentralization. Gold and silver as coins, or the word sound money, Austrian economics, overall. So, hey, you gotta always look at the bigger picture. So what did the European Union has accomplished with the euro? Nothing. But slow monopolizing the continent as a whole. Is why I don't blame countries want to exit or divorce the European Union. Like what Britain did, I believe other countries will do the same. The Club of Rome is nothing more than a rhetorical deception. And this is an example what I've been proven right, and many others as well. And that will be it. I'd like to thank everyone for listening. Plus, feel free to download and share this throughout your social media networks. If you have any questions, comments, or send something that's interesting you want to check out, whatever you do, please send your correspondence to Decorum. Furthermore, I'll leave the footnote of this article on my Spreaker page. And if you want to contact me, you can hit me at LokiLuck3@gmail.com or LokiLuckNumbers03@protonmail.com. And if you want to donate, you can hit me at paypal.me/LokiLuck3. Support Mises.org as well. They're a great educational website. So I encourage everyone to check them out. And thou shalt not. Friends don't let friends support political bobbleheads. Okay? Once again, thank you for your time. But always remember that demoniac resistance is healthy for the soul and can liberate humanity. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Keep on spreading the love. And may your guardian spirits be with you.